Sometimes everything looks okay. Life isn't falling apart. There's no crisis you can point to. Nothing obvious is wrong. And yet, there's this quiet feeling inside. A kind of hollowness, a dull weight. Not sadness exactly, just empty. If you've ever thought, why do I feel like this when my life is fine? You're not strange for asking. You're human. And tonight, nothing needs to be solved. We're just going to sit with this feeling together. You might notice the emptiness most when things are quiet. Late at night, early in the morning, in between tasks, when there's nothing demanding your attention. During the day, life keeps moving. There are messages to reply to, things to finish, people to be present for. But when the noise fades, the feeling remains, and it can be confusing, because emptiness doesn't come with a clear reason. There's no single moment to blame, no clear explanation. It just exists. Many people assume that emptiness means something is wrong with them, that if they were more grateful, more motivated, more disciplined, they wouldn't feel this way. But emptiness isn't a failure of character. It's not laziness. It's not ingratitude. Often, it's something much quieter than that. Sometimes emptiness appears after long periods of holding it together. You do what's expected. You show up. You keep going. And slowly, without realizing it, you stop checking in with yourself. Not because you don't care, but because there hasn't been space. Over time, that disconnection can start to feel like emptiness. Not pain, not crisis, just a sense that something inside has gone quiet. Other times, emptiness shows up when life is stable, but unchanging. The same routines, the same days blending together. Nothing particularly bad, but nothing deeply nourishing either. The human mind doesn't only need safety, it also needs meaning, movement, a sense of aliveness. When those things fade, the feeling that replaces them isn't always sadness, it's emptiness. There's another reason this feeling can appear, one that people don't talk about very often. Emptiness can come from unfelt emotions, feelings that were postponed, minimized, swallowed, because there wasn't time or space or permission to feel them. Not dramatic emotions, just small, quiet ones that never had room to breathe. Over time, those unfelt feelings don't disappear. They settle, and what they leave behind can feel like a blank space inside. You might be wondering, if nothing terrible happened to me, why would I feel empty? But emptiness doesn't require trauma. It doesn't need a big story. Sometimes it's simply the result of being strong for too long, or adapting for too long, or functioning without being fully seen, even by yourself. There's something important to understand here. Emptiness is not the absence of feeling. It's often the presence of too much restraint, too much holding, too much endurance, too much quiet survival. And eventually, the system goes numb, not as a failure, but as a form of protection. If you've been asking yourself, what's wrong with me? I want you to hear this clearly. Nothing is wrong with you. This feeling doesn't mean your life is meaningless. It doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you'll always feel this way. It means something inside you is asking to be noticed, gently. You don't need to rush to fill the emptiness. You don't need to distract it away. You don't need to force happiness on top of it. Emptiness isn't asking to be fixed. It's asking to be acknowledged. Sometimes, just naming it, I feel empty, is already a form of care. Notice how this feeling behaves. It doesn't shout, it doesn't demand. It waits, quietly, and that can make it easy to ignore. until it starts to feel heavy. If this resonates with you, you're not alone. Many people feel this way in moments when life looks fine from the outside. They smile, they function, they keep moving, and inside, there's a question they don't know how to ask. This video exists for that question. You don't have to label this emptiness tonight. You don't have to understand it fully. You're allowed to simply sit with it without judging it, without comparing it to other people's pain, without telling yourself you shouldn't feel this way. Feelings don't need permission to exist. Sometimes emptiness is a transition, a quiet in-between space where the old no longer fits, but the new hasn't arrived yet. Those spaces can feel unsettling, directionless, lonely, but they're not meaningless. They're pauses. If you're listening to this and thinking, I should be happier than I am, pause for a moment. Happiness isn't a requirement. It's not a debt you owe life because things are okay. You're allowed to feel neutral, uncertain, unclear. You're allowed to feel empty and still be a good, whole person. You might notice that emptiness carries a quiet fatigue with it. Not physical tiredness, but emotional weariness. The kind that comes from existing without being fully connected to what you're feeling. That exhaustion deserves compassion, not pressure. Nothing needs to change tonight. You don't need a breakthrough. You don't need answers. If all you do is listen, that's enough. If all you do is breathe a little slower, that's enough. The emptiness may not disappear immediately, and that's okay. Feelings like this don't respond to force. They respond to patience, to presence, to being allowed. Before we end, I want to say something quietly, but clearly. If you feel empty, even when life is fine, it doesn't mean your life lacks value. It means your inner world is asking for gentler attention, and listening, even in silence, is already a step toward wholeness. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're not alone in this feeling. And you don't have to figure everything out tonight. Just be here. That's enough.